Los Angeles bans flavored milk from school. Sherrod, you said there is as much sugar in fruit juices as there is in chocolate milk, and you're right. The LA Unified School District serves fruit juices containing 27 to 29 grams of sugar per serving. The chocolate milk only has 20 grams per serving.
See, they're just hating on milk and
The
hating
thing
on
is,
kids.
it's racism.
Yeah, but that's what the kids will get revenge when these people get older who's trying to tell them what to do.
Right.
They put them in an old folks' home and let them drink white milk.
Yeah, there you go.
Grandma.
Yeah. Greg, you said social justice, referring to this idiot woman, means you don't have a job. Actually, in fact, I thought she was an idiot for saying this whole thing was about social justice. Then I remembered the term social justice was coined by the Jesuit scholar Luigi Tapparelli. It was based on the teachings of St. Thomas Aquinas, who, of course, is known for his Summa Theologica, in which he wrote about the existence of God, creation, man's purpose, Christ, the sacraments, and why chocolate milk is Satan's own unholy water.
Oh.
So it does fit.
Yeah, very good.
Yep. Do you want me to read that again?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not going to.
I was going to ask you.
I know. Sherrod, I'm with you on Jamie Oliver. I hate chefs.
He's annoying. He's like
They're all
Gordon
annoying.
Ramsay. You're a cook. Shut up.
No.
Go cook
Thank
something.
you. Thank you.
But the problem with, okay, there's two things we should address here. One, these chef shows are elevating these people to be on their own, their lot in life. Number two, Jamie Oliver's tongue is too big for his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't even know that because I've never seen his stupid show.
He's a weird looking
Neither
dude.
have I, just from experience.
You, on tons.com,
Yes.
you learned in this imperative.
Yeah.
My tongue is actually too small for my mouth.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
It's a half ton.
It is, I have a half tongue.
What is with
You're a hun.
what is with chefs that you have to call them chef?
Yeah, chef.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's so
They think it's like coach or something. It's like, you're not a coach. You're not a
no.
coach.
Go make me put some fries in the
Go
microwave
get
and
those
shut
chops.
Yeah.
Go get those grilled chops going, man.
up. God.
Yeah, but you know,
Learn
everybody
how
wanna
to
type.
make a Big Mac, and then I'll respect you.
Thank you.
And lastly, on the missing crusties, I'm with you, Sherrod. These people, they're urban campers.
Urban campers. Let
That's
them
what they
live,
are.
man.
Yep.
They
Absolutely.
can't afford a tent, but so what? They got a Metro card. It's all good.
Yep. I'm done.
Earth is for everybody.
Yeah, it really is.
No, it's not.
No. They're pretentious campers, or pampers, as I like to call them.
Nice.
All right.
Go away.
Coming up, shut up, Andy. Coming up, why do ugly people smell? We discuss Kaylee McEnany's new book, You Stink, Homely People.
Words in my
You're a
mouth.
monster. So who's next? That's a hint, the Fab Four. Yes, we're talking about the great band from Liverpool, Grand Funk Railroad.
All of a sudden he said, "Oh, the Fonz, I've always wanted to see you." And I was speechless. A woman came up and said, "A Beatle, the Fonz, can I just stay here?" He said, "I'm sorry, we're in the middle of a conversation."
It's called Beatles Stories. It's a bedtime book of stories I wrote for tiny-shelled insects.
What?
I kid, it's about the band. The film consists of piles of interviews Seth Swirsky conducted with people who knew the Mop Top personally. It's made its North American premiere in April. Seth has been with us all night. So let's give him a chance to talk about this great movie. But before we get to the Beatles, I got to ask you, because you collect amazing sports memorabilia, mainly baseball stuff. You write about baseball. You own the ball that went between Bill Buckner's legs from Game 6 in 1986 World Series in the 10th inning. Here's the interesting thing about it. You got Mookie Wilson to sign it, but you don't have Bill Buckner's name on it. How come?
I didn't get Mookie to sign the ball. When the ball went through Buckner's legs, it was picked up by the umpire who put a little X on it.
Yeah.
And he went into the clubhouse. And he showed Mookie the ball, and Mookie signed it. And then Mookie wrote on the ball, "This is the ball that won it for us," handed it around the whole clubhouse. And you could see all the, what do they chew? The chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keith Hernandez, all those guys, right? And so it's got real history to
Yeah.
it. So I didn't want to mess with history.
Yeah.
So I've showed Buckner the ball, and I always remind people,
Yeah.
when this is talked about, Buckner had 2,715 hits. He was an amazing player. So don't denigrate.
Yeah.
Don't be mean on Bill Buckner.
He's a bum.
No, he was a great player. You know, and he laughed when I showed him the ball.
Yeah, I bet he did laugh.
He did.
Yeah.
And
I bet he
Mookie
laughed.
loves when I show him the ball. Every 5 years, the Mets have me back to
Yeah.
show the ball at the stadium, and Mookie's always there, and he's just like, "How do you get this thing?" You know.
Wow.
So
I don't know, if I was
all
at a
fun.
bar and somebody came up to me and says, "Hey, remember that dumb thing you did 5 years ago? Here's a picture of it." There it is.
Yeah.
Hey. Anyway, Beatles. Why not the Black Eyed Peas?
Well, They don't. Did they ever play Ed Sullivan? I don't think they did.
They're old enough to. Fergie's 74 years old.
If she's a day.
If she's a day.
That's right. No, I realized I was playing in the Cavern Club in Liverpool. I was playing one of my, on one of my new records, and I just met with some Liverpudlians, and they had some great stories about the Beatles, and I thought, wow, I thought I knew everything. I'm going to buy a camera. And I went around the world to people who had real stories about the Beatles. So there I am interviewing Ben Kingsley on the stage that he started his career in the West End of London. And wouldn't you know, he wanted to be a songwriter.
Wow.
And Brian Epstein, the Beatles manager, hired him to write songs for a show that Brian was directing, and who was in the audience but John and Ringo. John Lennon and Ringo Starr.
Wow.
So he then tells the story, and I brought him back to the stage he started on.
No way.
And then Art Garfunkel on his roof.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
Who else? Who else did you interview?
Oh, just so many people. I interviewed 5 of their engineers.
Yeah.
One guy, an 84-year-old guy named Norman Smith, picked me up at the Sussex train station.
I've had that happen.
Many times, right? And I was filming.
line.
I was filming all the way, and I just said, listen, I don't even know what to say here. I'm just going to throw song names out at you.
Yeah.
He was there for every song that they recorded, all the way up and including Rubber Soul. So he recorded 150 songs. He made the sound of the Beatles, along with George Martin. Anyway, I just said, okay, I'm throwing away my notes. She Loves You. He goes, let me tell you what happened with that song. A Hard Day's Night. He goes, you know what? Everybody thinks Ringo played the bongos on that song. It was me. I'm a former drummer. I tried to show Ringo how to play, but it was me.
Wow.
So I got all their ex-girlfriends. It was crazy.
I want to ask you about John Lennon because, as you know, he was in The Who. Everybody paints him as kind of a hippie peacenik, and the Imagine is the song that they always play at New Year's Eve that I want to vomit when I hear it, even though I know you love the song.
Yeah.
You love the song, so I didn't mean to offend you.
No offense.
Is the song meant to be what people think it is? Is John Lennon actually a hippie?
John Lennon went through a very radical phase, but I think he just wrote a very beautiful song, and it's meant to make you feel good about the world. And like, the left wants you to make, it's all about feeling good, and that's where he was, and that's where I was when that song came out.
Right.
Okay, so no problem with that. But I interviewed his assistant, this man named Fred Seaman, who, in the last year of his life, in the last year of John's life, so he was with him every single day. And I thought I was just going to get a normal story. I had some notes.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, John Lennon, on the first day that I was there, got into a political discussion. And I'm letting the camera roll. And he says, if I could vote right now, I'd vote for Reagan.
Really?
I wouldn't vote for Jimmy Carter.
Wow.
So I let I'm looking and seeing that the camera still has film in it. Please keep talking. I said, this would surprise a lot of people. He goes, Lennon met Reagan at a Monday Night Football game in '74. That's when I got Frank Gifford. I interviewed him, and he said, I introduced Reagan and Lennon.
Jeez.
They got along so well. But let me say one further thing. I said to this Fred, this assistant, wow, no one would believe what you're saying. He goes, take the song Imagine, for instance. He goes, at the end of his life, John would have been embarrassed by that song.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, this is amazing. This is newsworthy.
Yeah.
Right.
He said John would have been a conservative.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not here to say that's true, because John could have been saying, well, he was a guy of a lot of different opinions. But you know what? He gave the New York cops $1,000 as a donation for vests, for bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of things that, the Beatles were singing in the song Taxman, there's 19 for you, there's 1 for me, to the government.
And that's why
back
they left.
in '66.
And that's why they
right.
left England. Oh, real quick, where can people see this movie?
They can't see it right now. It's playing in lots of film festivals, and it's all up on the site for the movie, BeatlesStories.com. So each time it's in a festival, they can see it in those places.
I got one more question. I want to talk about your band, The Red Button, which is a fantastic power pop band. You got a new album, comes out June 21st.
Yes.
It's, as far as yesterday goes, I love it. How would you describe it? It's a pretty...
Yeah, it's what I love doing most, which is 2.5-minute pop songs with lots of choruses in them, and kind of out of that feeling of the songs of the 60s and the 70s, just straightforward pop songs.
Yeah. Now, you wrote Tell It to My Heart, Taylor Dane. Do you ever go to karaoke bars and sing it?
No, I have never done that.
Really?
Yeah. But I have played it. When people have called it out and said, you got to do it. And I do it in a different style than I wrote it in, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
but
Have you ever
dying to sing it right now, but I held back.
Well, have you ever seen Taylor Dane bartending in any of those karaoke bars?
no, I haven't.
Okay,
I
just
haven't.
checking.
Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is it really?
You made that song bad.
Okay. Sorry, popular.
Wow, that was the worst.
Did that just make you regret writing that song?
It made me feel like it was very justified.
Yeah.
Very
Sherrod ruins everything.
It is.
That should be on that show, The Voice.
Yes.
That should be on The Voice.
The mute.
All right, the name of Seth Swirsky's documentary is Beatles Stories. And from the new CD from the Red Button, as far as yesterday goes, comes out Tuesday. You got to get it. The band's website is theredbutton.net. Time for another break. And remember to check out the new Red Eye podcast. There's a new one every day. To catch them, go to foxnewsradio.com and to click on Red Eye. Tonight we talked about poop.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you should check it out. So last night I told you how much I enjoy handicrafts. It's a strip club in Queens. But I also love charity. So let's get to my latest piece of art. It's the new cover for Unicorn Health magazine. I picked the model personally, and Sven, you still owe me, and I don't want money. Anyway, the winning bid, $777.77, comes from a fine chap named Andrew Everswick. Sorry, congrats, Andrew. Now to the next piece of art. Here we go. This is called Craig T. Nelson Thinking About a Unicorn. I know it's kind of self-explanatory, and it's beautiful. All right, you have to next Friday to make your bid. Email your offer to redeye@foxnews.com to be considered. And as you know, all the money this week goes to TAPS, a nonprofit group that provides grief counseling and support programs to families of fallen soldiers. You can go to taps.org to learn more. And let's not forget the real message. It's not about charity. It's about me, because I'm an awesome guy and I do awesome things. And this charity thing is taking away from my drinking. I'm a drunk. I'm not a charity guy. This is all an act. I hate everybody. All right, we're going to close things out with a post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. And his clips of recent shows, foxnews.com/redeye. Don't forget, you can catch us on Saturday at 2 a.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Pacific Time. A brand new Red Eye returns on Monday. Guests next week include Carrie Keegan, Patty Ann Brown, Adam Carolla, and Leanne Tweeden. It's that time again. Back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg.
You're welcome.
Sherrod, what's up with the lottery show?
Oh, lottery show. I'm starting that June 28th at the Comic Strip Live on 82nd and 2nd Avenue in Manhattan. It's like new comics trying to get past the clubs. And we got other comics who are established guys, everywhere from Jim Norton to everybody else. Tell them how to work on it and tell them if they're good enough to be a professional comedian.
All right.
So it starts the 28th. I think one of you guys need to do the show.
Oh, yeah.
Right, 5 minutes. Come down there and do it.
I'll try it.
Yeah,
I'll
great.
suck, but I'll try it.
So what? Everybody's going to suck a little.
Like clean the stage?
Ann Coulter said she's going to do it.
Really?
So if she's going to step up to the plate, I think you fellas should.
I think I will.
It's a conservative crowd.
You're setting Ann up for a big following.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's going to be great, though. June 28th, Comic Strip Live. Go to the website.
Keep pointing.
Boom! Huh? I bring like hipness in here.
Yeah.
You do.
You actually kind of you scare Andy. Look how scared he is.
Yeah.
He's frightened by you.
Sherrod.
He's in a different building.
His body language is off. He treated me like we were on a subway together.
Sherrod, first of all, stop stopping me from getting a cab. Don't stand next to me.
Okay, you're right.
We heard you sing. I don't know where you think the hipness is coming from.
Who, my hipness?
Yeah.
Not from the singing. From my moves, the dance moves mostly.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Just don't sing, man.
No, and I'll stand up far away from you when you're trying to get a yellow cab, brother.
Yeah, exactly. All
But
right.
a gypsy cab, you need me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Church Avenue, you ride for free. That's a Brooklyn shout out.
Hey, Kelly, I understand you have a guest writer on your website. I don't even know what that means.
I do. Her name's Khadija Safdar. She attended your alma mater, Columbia University, and it'll really challenge you. It's about the dangers of ideology. If you're a liberal, conservative, it made me think. It'll make you think, too. RealReaganConservative.com.
Okay. All right. Back to you, Greg.
Well, thanks, Andy.
Well, you're welcome, Greg.
All righty. What a nice show, Kaylee, Bill, Seth, Sherrod.
Thank you.
I thought we did a great job today.
Thank you, Gregory.
And I shall just stare at you, viewer, until you're creeped out.